Hello there, Fellowship of the Briar, Harvey here, smoking one of my Soaring pipes. A great smoker, I love this pipe. And in it, a Boswell blend, chocolate cream, I think is the name. And this is gonna be also a video response to J video. I think it was last week when he asked about your greatest mistake, in the sense of something that happened to you that initially you thought this is not gonna be good, and it turned out to be pretty well, or having a positive outcome at least. And I had to think a little bit about it, and I come up with something that I now that I look at it, I'm like, definitely it just fits the topic beautifully. And it was the adoption of our first rescue, Tuga, 3 years ago. 2 years and a half already. Tuga already passed away last summer. Extremely painful. Nevertheless, I remember that it was a couple of months after Monique arrived here to South Korea that he talked me into adopting Tuga, because the shelter that I was volunteering was being shut down, and then the dogs will have to be moved to another shelter, and those that didn't make the cut will have to go to a killing shelter, in which they will have a fixed time to get adopted, or they will be killed, euthanized. So there I was. From the first time I saw Tuga as a pug, I always loved the look of pugs. I know, or I had the idea that it was a high maintenance, kind of like a high maintenance kind of breed, but I never had a pug in my life. I always had dogs though from childhood, so that wasn't a challenge. But I thought at the very beginning that it wasn't the time. We were both studying, the commitments to be in the lab and coursework was just way too much, and I always thought it would be a pretty bad idea. But Monique was very persuasive, and I have to hand it down to her. She was stubborn in the idea that it will be great for me to have a dog here. Emotionally, it will be great for me to have it, and I was looking for all the kind of trouble that it could be, the space, the cleaning, the time that it will need to be house trained, the barking, the problem with the neighbors. Koreans in general are not very fan of dogs at the time. Now things have changed a lot. I was trying to find all sort of problems, and that's actually my approach basically in life, finding the possible problems. But she was all like, no, we can do it. She rearranged the furniture, I remember, and when I came home, she said, you see, I mean, there's no cable. We're like, how about if she chew on some cable and she gets electrocuted or ruins something? She fixed everything, and she said, now it's ready. I was like, yeah, but where the dog is gonna stay? And she's like, in our bed. Finally, we asked for permission to the landlord, and we explained that it was a rescue and what kind of breed it was, and it wasn't barking kind of dog, and they agreed, and I have to say it changed my life. I mean, that dog was a very, very special dog, and I know a lot of dogs are very special, but that was different, and I know that you always say that, but we had a very special connection with that dog, and I mean me and Tuga. Of course, Monique as well, but it was very special, and it was very painful when she left us, but She had a wonderful life with us. Extremely sweet. She was an alpha dog, and when she came, was kind of like a hassle. And see her change from being stressed and all worried and trying to be all in command to the relaxed and sweet dog she became was just amazing. And the huge impact that she has was that it was for certain that it made pugs my kind of breed. And the next rescue that we had was a Shih Tzu, and when Tuga passed away after like about 6 months, when we recovered emotionally, we decided to adopt another pug, and that's Veronica, the one that you have seen a couple of times lately. So there you go. I mean, I believe from the very beginning it will be awful and a pretty bad idea. There will be a headache, and it turned out to be great. A very smart dog. We didn't have even to house train her. It was like, okay, we needed to come here. She will do it. Wait until we can work her out. She'll do it. It was just absolutely fantastic. A decision that changed my life. Not in a small way, but in a big way. So there you go, Jay. That's my video response. Excellent topic, as always. And I guess with that, I'll say, as always, my friends, puff away.